Yeah, the moment you look forward to is the second bar of the first song, when you've managed to get on the stage without stalling and running away or throwing up.
If you flip the rug, then you reveal an ugly
It's like getting a plane. You're nervous before it, it gets up in the air, and then you know that it's okay because it hasn't fallen out of the sky yet.
Just like a razor blade, you carve me half and half. Oh, I better wait.
And then we go backstage and wait for our luggage.
Didn't you read it in the detail? That if you're idle, then you're welfare. Now you want to know an answer. But if you dance, then you're a dancer. The devil takes care of his own.
We finished our album, our first album, and we didn't have an audience at all. It was like, right, it was just nothing. It was almost like the acid test, you know. If it had a good reaction, we could carry on, and if it was a terrible reaction, then it was going to be a bit more of a struggle.
Did you buy the hand the feature? Do you feel the need to talk about it?
We were there to hold each other's hands.
Now you're fighting for your corner, saying that you ought to laugh about it. You should get a little braver, do us all a favor, shout about it.
So the second record sort of thing didn't really come into our minds until touring was winding up, and then it was just about whether we could get in a room together again and come up with something, I think.
Sweet sour, sweet sour, sweet sour, sweet sour, sweet sour, sweet sour, sour by the minute, but you're sweeter by the hour.
We came straight off tour and went pretty much straight into writing it in Norfolk in sort of throughout the winter period, so it was freezing cold and it started there.
Us all being songwriters, it takes a long time to edit all of the excess stuff away and be left with the pure song, and that's what started to happen in Norfolk.
I wanna see you in the mountains.
We set very high standards for ourselves.
I wanna see you when the breaking day is dawning. You gotta go, it's so right. But I wanna see you in the light of the morning.
I don't know, because we're only a three-piece, we have to make it sound bigger than three people. You've got to write the songs in a certain way, which makes you sound heavier than you are, if you know what I mean.
Oh, there's one for the sorrow, two for the joy, and three for the girls, and four for the boys. There's five for the silver, and six for the gold, and seven for the secrets that are never to be told. There's eight in the river, and nine in my head, and 10 of the worst kind sleeping in my bed. There's a pattern, there's a pattern, there's a pattern that you follow. A pattern, there's a pattern, there's a pattern that you follow.
There is sort of bigger gaps in certain parts of the songs and really playing on that, weight to it. So there's little tricks you can do. You get away with things, basically.
When we reconvened in our studio back in Southampton, and also then back into Rockfield, we actually had a lot of work, and it was just a matter of choosing what songs and what directions we wanted to take it into.
Yeah, no, Southampton's always been the place we've always come. Well, we all kind of grew up here pretty much, around the area. Been to school here, been to college, and going to our first gigs was in Southampton. You know.
But this is as a band, this is our neighbourhood, and you know, we've probably walked up the street a million times.
Well, this pub, Brief, is our local from my mum and dad's house, which is just over that way.
Or possibly over that way.
Well, they moved here, I think, in maybe the early 80s.
Seen the world and all the glory is what you want, not what you need.
There was a huge music community
And when you go,
that were from this whole area, lots of blues musicians.
you're gonna find out.
And so my dad, they got the house because it had this this building out the back of the garden, which he, as soon as he saw it, was like, that's going to be my recording studio.
Yeah, I came along and met Matt and his family. It was cool because there was a drum kit in the room and guitars lying about, and whereas, you know, I just had not had that access to anything. You want to try the bass guitar? Like, there's one over there. It was great.
Wonder,
I just come around and use all your stuff, really, didn't
wonder,
I just thought you thought I was a great guy.
I?
luster, wonder, yeah.
We were there on like Saturday mornings in my parents' front room, like with, you know, neighbours just complaining and complaining, and we were just allowed to. It was like, no, this is great.
I went for the stage of just bringing any musician I found to come along and play music with me and Matt. Yeah, and Emma showed up, and it was, yeah, I don't know how we managed to convince you to come along with us on the bus.
When you return,
See these guys rehearse the first time. I remember there was that organ and the sofa in the corner.
Yeah.
I just remember sitting on that sofa, and it was like, it felt like.
So what did we do?
It was
We were
like a whole day.
sit there and listen
Just-
to us play.
No, it was like came in and like, come and check out the jam and see if you like it. If so, just if you want to play, that's cool. If not, just check it out. Hours must have gone by. It was dark when we left.
Days must have gone by.
You just played. Didn't even talk to each other. You just played for hours, and it was amazing.
Because Emma was in London
for a couple,
doing
3
her
years.
art degree, and so, but she still came, like, practice was a Tuesday night and still made it down for that practice every time.
every
Yeah.
week, yeah. They've always been really amazing about it because I've always kind of chosen the music over the art. And I met them before I kind of even went to Winchester to do my foundation, so they knew that I loved it and that's what I wanted to do. So we kind of fitted band practice around me being in London. So I went to London for 3 years and I was going home to Southampton every weekend to rehearse and do shows.
gonna have to break the law. I've got more to give.
But we always knew it was solid and there was something about it that was worth pursuing. Like there was
Yeah.
the songs we were writing we thought were good and we thought we had a chance at it. Because we were all still working in bars around here and it, you know, we wanted it, but it was never really given to us as an option.
It's a relief when someone says, well, I can understand what you're trying to say here, and I can understand how we can make this into a record.
The three of us know when something's not right or not going well. Good, and then we all know when it's finished as well. That day when you could go into your pub and quit your job and be like, I don't have to do this anymore. My full-time job is, you know, being a musician. Yeah, we have a sort of a very bizarre system which just seems to work. No one questions it, no one really thinks about it too much or tries to work out what it is. It just happens, and that's all we need. We need to know, really, I think, you know. You know when a song's done, and you know, it's just, you know. Like, and everyone can second guess each other whilst playing, which is great for like live stuff, because, you know, we can have fun with it and play with it, because, you know, I know what Russell's going to do before he does it.
You should tell me sometime.